Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna. This video I have specifically given the title Corona Blessings in My Life. Certainly not some realization blessings because I never became so sick. Certainly I got the infection last August, but I never became very sick to go to some, because some devotees have shared that they were very sick, they were getting fainting and like that, and they were realizing how they are attached to body, not that way. But certainly a thought process started in my mind because of Corona, and I call that as a blessing because it was such a wonderful thought process. So basically, I would request all the people of the world, intelligent people, all the people who follow the Vedic culture, and all the people who are spiritualist, that when they face any situation, it may be Corona, it may be sickness, it may be stress, XYZ, always we should be, those who are intelligent people in the world, those are followers of Vedic culture or devotees or Vaishnavas or spiritualists or seekers, for any situations they should be first looking, the first thing to fall on is the Vedic scriptures. What do they tell us? How can I try to get advice on this? What is happening present day? Certainly lot of techniques, technologies, even pathies are around us, but all of them have a beginning in demoniac mentality. We may subtly or knowingly or unknowingly get involved in them, but the origin is demonic mentality. But for those who are seekers, spiritualists, intelligent people and the followers of Vedic culture should immediately look at the Vedas. And because today is 13th of April 2021, the second wave is engulfing India and Maharashtra, I was thinking to speak about this topic. Like when I was faced with this Corona first wave and second wave, I thought how to deal with it. And I thought looking at the Vedas, at the natural inspirations, and what I learned was a very wonderful thing. It's such a soul satisfying, such a joyful thing. And I thought it's a blessing in my life. And why I got that blessing? The whole thing started because of Corona. And therefore I call this video Corona a blessing. It is not a blessing, but as we say, an intelligent person can use every circumstance in his life as a blessing or a curse. So yes, in that way Corona may be a curse or whatever we may call it, but we can make it into blessing. And that's what I did it. So I want to share that with you. So I am not saying today that allopathy is useless or something like that, we should not use it. No, first response should be to Vedic scriptures. If we can't find something, we may go for allopathy. And still, as I said, we should always trying to keep on searching. Okay, that disease I had, I got it cured by this pathy, that pathy, but there must be something in the Vedic scriptures. So that's what I did. Similarly, when I got I did not face with, I had Corona in last August 20, but today again it is increasing. I was just thinking, there must be something. Not that just I get sick and like that. See, I am making a video. I am well aware that tomorrow I may get disease again and I may die also. But still the truth remains the same, whatever happens to me. So actually, I can just say that this mentality I want to change, and therefore I am making this video. And certainly I will be telling some very wonderful changes I have made in my life also. Just bear with me for a few minutes. For example, my own mother, she is now 75 years old and she has diabetes for more than 5 years, not more longer, maybe 7 years. So initially or up till 2 years back, I was not living much closer with her on a physical level. But since 2 years, we are staying together for a longer period of time, not all throughout the year. And seeing her condition and medicines, I was thinking there must be some way out. And I was looking at the Vedas and the nature. So I got one medicine of like natural medicine by which her diabetic medicines got cut to half. And still her blood sugar was okay. But that was not my satisfaction. I want to cure her permanently. And I was searching here, searching there. And now I got another treatment which we have not even begun. Just 30% I began 6 days back and already the results are showing. I know I may fail in this attempt also. I am not saying I have some magic band. A magic band and everything can be wonderful. But my point is we have to attempt towards the Vedic solutions. We may fail, and if the things become very serious, we may go for other solutions. But as the intelligent people of the world, as the followers of Vedic culture, and as the devotees, we should always, first response should be the Vedas. And we should go into deep. And if we fail, yes, other options are there. So, what I thought, or after thinking how this corona is there in the world, although there are many videos and even my points may be having, my opinions will be that is it really fatal, etc., etc., etc. But I am not making this video for that controversial topics, because lot of talks have happened already on that. What I would tell today is how I change my life for better, more closer to nature. In that way, I feel I am much better physically, mentally, and intellectually situated. Not only to deal with corona, but also to deal with many other health problems, and even for spiritual life, which I am trying to practice. So, basically, I did some lifestyle changes. Before going ahead, I would like to say that I am not saying that breathing exercises, pranayam, yoga, asanas, or other things are not relevant. They also fall in the scope of Vedic culture and scriptures. So they are also equally important and useful. I am not saying they are, hey, this is not important, proper breathing is not important, yogasanas is not important. I am not saying that. I am saying this is also very important and very helpful, which I adopted in my life because of my thought process on the face of corona. Yes, certainly, as per my opinion, it's not so fatal and it's not such a serious disease, but at least that started a thought process in me and which concluded in a very wonderful way. So therefore, I call it a blessing in my life. Basically, I would like to say what are lifestyle changes which made me a better physically fit human being. First, it's just like you see in any organization or any place, we have 8-hour shifts generally working. So first thing which all of us should change, then the corona can become blessings for us. Because of that we started thinking in those lines. Is we should give our digestive system only 8 hours work in a day. So that means, and that digestive system works only in the daytime from sunrise to sunset. After sunset, the digestive system, the Jatragni goes off. So in essence, from sunrise to sunset, you should eat solids only in any 8 hours. After that, you can have water or maybe a juice or a limbu pani. But our solid eating should be in only 8 hours. First solid eating 8 hours, and first solid eating is say at 8 a.m. So last solid eating should be at 4 p.m. Seems shocking, and some people will say, I will die out of hunger, I will become weak and fall unconscious. No, it won't. It won't. 8 hours work. Otherwise, what we do? We keep on feeding the body again, early morning, afternoon, day, in between some snacks and chips and potatoes and wafers and some vadas and so many things from morning 6 or 7 a.m. till night 10 or 11 p.m. And because our body has Pran Shakti, is a Vedic technology, I can explain it everything over here. That Pran Shakti does two things, digesting and repair, maintenance and cure. So if we engage it cannot do both things simultaneously. It's just like, I can give an example, if the road is there and the cars are moving, then you cannot repair. For the repair, the cars have to be stopped or diverted. Diverted means you have to stop the food, or if the food is there, divert it to someone else. Not here. Basically, it has to be stopped. It has to be stopped. So, working time of digestive system should be 8 hours, and repair and maintenance time should be 16 hours. If we can do that balance, we will be very healthy, very energetic, very light, and very joyful also. So, anytime I would say it's okay, any 8 hours, but ideally best is say 9 to 6, 10 to 6, 9 to 5, office time. So, before you go to office you eat, and before you end the office you eat. That is first and very, very important principle. For some it can be 8 to 4, for some it can be 10 to 6. Okay, 8 hours, first meal 8 hours, sorry, if you take first meal now, the second solid should be before 8 hours of that. And in that way, 2 solids are enough for us. We don't need breakfast and then snacks and then lunch and then something to put into the mouth and then again dinner. 2 meals or maybe a fruit or juice in between, or something is, but actually we don't require. 2 times proper food is enough. So I would say that if you can do that, wonderful change in your life and energy levels will happen. And it's possible for everyone. Everyone. It's just simply possible for everyone. Initially 4-5 days you may feel some trouble, some weakness if you make a change in this change in your life. But at the most 7 days, if you can take over this, after 5-6 days, 7 days, your body will be becoming more and more energetic. Even though you eat only twice a day, and that also in a gap of 8 hours. Because initially what is happening, you are not eating and your body is in a damaged state, unrepaired state, bad state. In that 7 days or 4-5 days, you are eating less, but your body is repairing. And after that 5-6 days, you will be having a repaired and energetic body. And then you will feel this is wonderful thing. And that's what I did. And therefore I call it a blessing in my life. It's no such a soul satisfying habit. I just can't trade it with anything else. Nothing can, I just like, even if there is hundreds of attractive fancy items and sweets, I just don't feel. Morning 9 o'clock simple prasad, rice dal or roti sabji, and evenings again 6 o'clock something simple. And nothing can divert me from that. Second, I would say, especially you all should make this change because of in front of all these diseases. I am not saying corona, it is coming today, it will go away tomorrow. And it's not only corona, it can be, these changes in lifestyle can take care of hundreds of diseases. So therefore I call it blessings, which my thought process began with corona. Therefore I call it a blessing in my life. And you can also make corona a blessing in your life. Second, I would like to say only 2 grains meals a day, means only eat grains twice a day maximum. Most of us who are doing sedentary life can even manage with 1 grain meal a day. We don't need to eat grains twice, but if you feel okay. But even within 1 meal, this principle is very important. Only eat 1 grain, not that rice and roti both. Eat only rice and sabji, etc. Or eat only roti. If you eat roti in this meal, then no rice, no jwari, and therefore no mixed grain atta. Eat 1 grain per meal, ideally 1 grain meal in a day, but if you cannot, you begin with 2 grain meal in a day. But in each meal, you eat only 1 grain. You may like ragi next meal. You may like bajra next meal. But don't mix up many grains. I will make a few more videos to explain the logic behind all these things. If I tell logic of every point, then the video will become very big. Further videos after a gap of few days will come where I will be explaining the logic of these points and many more points. So then, and basically, the principle I am going to tell later, but I tell it now. Eat only when you are hungry, thoroughly hungry. Today's people tell we don't feel hungry because they keep on eating. That's how they will feel hungry. Very simple principle. Eat only when hungry, drink only when thirsty. Some people say you should drink 1 liter of water, you should drink 2 liters of water. No. Ayurveda says eat when thirsty. Sorry, drink when thirsty, eat when hungry. And within 8 hours in the daytime. So, if you feel more thirsty, you drink more water. But let that thirst come. Just don't drink some cool water, some cold drinks and this and that and that. And similarly, don't eat even just little chips. No, that disturbs. Just one laddu. No. Eat when hungry. And if you follow this 2 grain twice eating, if you eat at 9 a.m. in the morning or 9:30 or say 10, automatically after 6-7 hours you will feel hungry if you don't eat any. You can drink water. You can drink water in that time. Or maybe a limbu pani, but not more. Automatically after 6 or 7 hours or 8 hours you will feel nicely hungry and then eat it. And then again night you fast, maybe take some water, and again in the morning you will feel thoroughly hungry, then you eat it. So eat when hungry, drink when thirsty. That is the principle. Then I would say, as I said, only eating grains twice in a day maximum. If you can manage it once in a day, wonderful. And I would say, eat as much living food as possible, as much closer to nature as possible. That means raw food, or juices, or salads, or fruits, natural and seasonal fruits. Some people don't know which are the seasonal fruits. The fruits cost graphs goes like this. They begin very costly, like mango season is coming. No, it's very costly. Then the cost will go down, 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 and again it will grow up. So when the cost of the fruits is the 40% of the lowest curve, that is the season. So the seasonal fruits are good for our health and they are cheaper also. No need to buy them when they are costly. Don't fool yourself because you have money. You earn money intelligently, don't spend it foolishly. Buy cheaper things. Cheaper fruits because they are seasonal. Anyway, eat more of living fruit because the food that is living can give you life. A food that is dead cannot give you life. Food which is heavily fried, deep fried, more cooked doesn't have life. And even Vedas says, eat within 3 hours of cooking. But I would say if you can make it 45 minutes of cooking, you will feel the change within yourself. That food which is, if you can eat within 45 minutes of cooking, at the most 3 hours. But if you can come to 45 minutes, 50 minutes, 1 hour, you will feel that food gives more satisfaction. First of all, simple food, rice, dal, sabji or roti sabji or bhakri sabji, whatever it may be. But try to eat within 45 to 50 minutes of cooking, maximum 3 hours. After that, it doesn't make much sense. Maybe cook a simple khichdi again and eat it. Cook food which is cooked more than 3 hours becomes totally dead, and that food cannot give us life. So like that. So basically, as I said, this is a short video to help us out in this situation of second wave, 13th April 21. Every point's detail I will be making some videos in the future, and many more other points also about Ayurvedic advice on healthy living. Certainly there are many advices on breathing and asanas, they will come in the future. But today I would just like to say, like if you fry something, it can't be living. It has to be dead. So actually, such foods were allowed only once in a year, like Diwali or something, even if you want to eat it. Not otherwise. And even Diwali is not required that we have to eat it. But if you want for taste, eat it only once in a while on Diwali or something like that. But otherwise, these fried things are dead. They will just take away the sap, away your prana shakti after eating it. You will just become like, oh, and your energy will be sapped, and you won't be ready to face outer challenges in the form of stress and diseases. So and I have taken this decision 15 days back and started following it for 15 days, and I could do it in spite of, because it gives so much joy and so much satisfaction and so much healthy feeling that these things no more attract me. Even those things which I used to like a lot, now they no more attract me because I got some higher taste. A higher taste in the form of a better life from outside and inside. You can try it out. And same thing, even avoid like present day white sugar sweets. Even if you want to eat sweets, jaggery or khajur or something like that. Actually we see human life is meant to eat simple living foods, and sweets and pakoras, they go into complex foods. Always eat simple living food, your life will be wonderful. You are meant to live 100 years healthily. We all are. But we don't follow this and we bring our life down and lifespan down, and we also bring the quality of lifespan down. Even at whatever stage you are, 30, 40, 50, 60, if you make a change in your life, many more years will be added to your life. So basically avoid white sugar sweets, and then one more point, absolutely no eating after sunset and before sunrise, because whatever you eat cannot be digested. It will lie there undigested, or next day we have to again digest it, or it will your stomach will feel full after eating in the sunset. After eating after sunset, you will feel stomach is full. Stomach is full, the food is not digested. Yes, the food is not going to our body. It is stomach gets full. So we should not cheat ourselves. What is the point in just filling the stomach when the nutrients of the food are not going to go to the stomach, to the whole body? So absolutely no eating, and this is very much required in present day pandemic times. And therefore, because I adopted those changes, I am telling this pandemic in one way is a blessing for me. And you also can decide whether you want to make it a blessing or whether you want to just be fearful and suffering and all those things. And another principle which I already mentioned, eat when hungry, drink when thirsty. Another point I would like to say, absolutely no packaged food. Sometimes I go to like big markets like Reliance or D-Mart, I see people buy trolleys of packaged food, and I say what they are doing. They are just destroying themselves. Absolutely no packaged liquids, no packaged chips, they are dead food. They will make you dead, maybe gradually, not instantly, but they will make you dead. Under any circumstances, under any situations, no packaged food. And this is the decisions which we should take today. Is very important, and make this Corona blessing for all of us. Let's make Corona blessing for all of us by making such wonderful changes in our life. No packaged food. And another, as I said, everything I will be dealing in detail in future videos. Today I am making a short video because it's a very emergency. And as I said, 8 hours eating, 16 hours fasting in 24 hours. And at least once in a fortnight, give a break, holiday, fortnightly holiday to our digestive system. Better you fast 24 hours. If not, you can take some liquid. If you cannot bear it, water. If not water, limbu pani. And everyone in this world can fast. They have to mentally and intellectually prepare. If you are mentally and intellectually prepared, if you cannot fast nirjal without water, at least with water and juices, everyone can fast in this world. But you have to be convinced, yes, this I have to do, and this is for my betterment, than anyone in this world. If you are not mentally and intellectually convinced and mentally firm, if you are not, you cannot fast. But if you are intellectually convinced and mentally determined, everyone in this world can fast. If not nirjal, at least with water and liquids. So maybe on Ekadashi or Chaturthi or whatever it may be, fast at least once in a 15 days. If possible nirjal, if not with liquids. Please avoid solids for 1 day in 15 days, and you will see a wonderful change. And actually I would say I have made these above changes in my life since last 15 days, and I have stuck to it successfully, and so I am making a daring attempt to speak it out. But as I said, that whole changes which we experience are so satisfying and encouraging, we don't feel like going back to all those things. We don't feel like. So I shared whatever changes I made because of my Corona thought process, and therefore I feel that has been a blessing in my life. So I end here today, and in the future videos I will explain the logic and the reasons or what are steps I have told today, and also some few more changes which we can make. Hare Krishna.